Being Source. Hey guys, I'm Ian McMinn. This is Path to I Am. Today we're going to talk about being source. So what do I mean by that? You've seen me talk a lot on this channel about being that which you seek, knowing you are it, knowing that realizing you are fulfillment, realizing that I am and therefore I am fulfillment, I am my ideal self, etc. I get to walk around as that ideal person. So just another way of looking at this today is being source. So we're not looking for something greater than us outside of us. We're not looking for source or God without, we're looking for it within, right? And so just this is another way of thinking of the awareness of I am. Oh, I am source, or in my life I am getting to be source. I am source, and I'm the source of all that is, and just getting to be one with that and connecting with what's within. So from that place, we show up differently, as I've mentioned. And so even looking at negative thoughts, looking at negative feelings, which are 100% of the internal obstacles we experience, we get to shine light on those negative internal conditions when they arise. One thing I said to a client once was, your thoughts and your feelings, they want to be loved. They want to be shown that love. And so when we're getting to be source, we're getting to be the source of it all, we're getting to walk around totally open, totally nourished. If we believe in a higher power, one with God, right? Connected to God, supported. We're getting to be that thing, right? We're tapping into that connection within. And so that's why with being still and knowing this, I get to make everything right within myself. And I can go forward in life even knowing, hey, if I forget it, it's okay, I'll just come back. But I can get out there and I can get involved in my life. And I can know that I'm taken care of. I can know that all these other things will be added unto me. And it just puts it to rest. It puts to rest process. It doesn't mean we don't have goals. It doesn't mean we don't have things we're interested in. But getting to be source is you are the finish line, right? You are the thing that gives to you. So it's a shift in awareness where you stop looking around in your life. And that's, for me, it's when I notice myself being really present. And I have moments all the time when I'm not in it. When I'm, lost in the dream, as I like to put it, versus being a lucid dreamer. And but I always get to come back home to this, and I get to also live my life most of the time from this place. And when I depart from it, it makes the reunion all the better, right? And so you are source. You get to acknowledge that. I am the source of all of my experience. Life doesn't come at me, it comes from me, as Timothée Chalamet talks about. And that's kind of trippy. It's kind of a trippy shift, because it's not uncommon in our lives to view ourselves as innocent bystanders. That's not an uncommon reality to be in, where life is coming at me, so therefore I'm a victim. I'm a victim of circumstances, and good or bad, and I'm just trying to get by. Whereas when life comes from me, oh, interesting. My cup is full and I'm giving. I'm getting to give with my time, my energy, my focus, my joy. And all of a sudden, my relationship with the different areas of my life can change. I had just a shift happen yesterday with wealth of, being just kind of living from this place that I talk about. And I saw that a teacher of mine had posted something about needing nothing, saying, I need nothing. Being kind of another way of framing, this idea of fulfillment. And I just had this come up in my awareness about wealth and my relationship with money, and going, oh, I need nothing in regard to that. And there was just an energetic shift there. And yeah, and it's really opened things up. So that's the funny thing with all of this. That's why I like to tackle it from this more general shift in consciousness, of shifting in I am awareness, living from that, or being source, or being love, or however we want to put it. Because when you really put yourself in that, or return to it, which is at the core of our experience, then things will just start writing themselves within you. So seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness. That's one way we can think of righteousness, is it's that which makes things right within us. And it works on its own. I was coming from total fulfillment, and then there was something with wealth that needed to shift, and it did. But it did that on its own. I was just coming from the general I am, from being source, etc. And it just it clicked into place on its own. I wasn't trying to visualize or do affirmations or beat myself over the head with 4 hours of meditation or anything. I was just living from this place. And I love to, I think meditation is fantastic. I think that's the idea of being still and knowing that I am source and I am God. The being still allows that return to be so much more simple and straightforward. And so another way we can think of it is, when I'm in the knowing state, I know who I am. So this is what's really funny, is when I'm in the knowing state, when I'm in I am, I know that everything's taken care of. It's a knowing. And when I'm lost in the dream, which is the opposite of that, of thinking I am not, for example, I don't know what's going on in my life. And so and I've seen this with clients, will be on a call and they won't know what's what in their life. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't think I'm negative. They won't. It's more so confusion than anything. And then the shift will happen where they come back. They come back home and they start showing up as source. They're being still and knowing that they are. And everything's achieved. And then all of a sudden we have total clarity on the call. And we can let go of whatever needs to get let go of. We can dig into whatever needs to be dug into. And it all just falls into place. So play around with this, guys. Play around with walking around being in source and everything I talk about. And and don't be shy. Yeah, you can reach out. You can book a session. You can do whatever as you need. But yeah, you've got this. You have this figured out. And it's so subtle, but man, it's when you make it and you start living from it, it really does help. And it doesn't mean there's not challenges, but that's what's fun about life, is life can be challenging. It's just when we're in the knowing state, the challenges are fun. We experience them as fun. We see that truth that they expand us, and we allow ourselves to figure things out. Whereas when we're lost in the dream of life, we take it too seriously. So anyway, guys, this is Being Source, the episode on being source. Me and McMinn yet again. This is the Path to I Am. I almost said my podcast name. This is Path to I Am. A few things in the link description below. Link to my website where you can reach out to me as you so please. Link to 30-minute call, 60-minute call. Those are for coaching sessions. A link to donations if you like showing love there, and a link to my podcast, the I Am Podcast. We have our own distinct episodes there. Probably going to be churning out more there. But yeah, thanks guys for watching and enjoying, and yeah, all the best. We'll talk more soon, I'm sure.